All right, welcome. Today, we're going to break down a really powerful, science-backed protocol. It's just 2 steps, and it's designed to go after that super stubborn and honestly dangerous type of body fat. You know, the kind you can't even see. So let's just dive right in.
So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You feel like you're doing everything right. Maybe the number on the scale is even going down, but that stubborn belly fat, it just will not budge. It's so frustrating, right? Well, there's a very specific reason for that, and that is exactly what we're going to tackle head-on today.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we need to understand what we're up against, kind of know our enemy. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty, the exact diet and exercise steps you need, and we'll wrap up by talking about a much better way to track your progress and give you a super simple action plan you can literally start today.
All right, first things first, we've really got to understand this one key thing. Not all fat is created equal, not by a long shot. And the most dangerous kind, well, it's the one you can't even pinch.
And that stuff is called visceral fat. Now, it's totally different from the fat right under your skin, the stuff you can pinch. No, this is the internal fat. It's literally packed in there, wrapped around your vital organs like your liver and your stomach, and that's exactly what makes it so problematic. You see, this fat isn't just sitting there. It's not just taking up space. It's actually metabolically active. Think of it like a little toxic factory wrapped around your organs, actively pumping out inflammatory chemicals. And that's what drives serious issues like heart disease, diabetes, and even fatty liver disease. So yeah, targeting this specific fat is absolutely critical.
Okay, I know. After hearing all that, you might be feeling a little worried. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. For all its danger, visceral fat is super responsive. It's actually the easiest type of fat to lose once you know exactly how to target it. So there's definitely hope here.
All right, let's get into the first part of our protocol, the diet. This is step 1, because what you put on your plate every single day, it's either feeding this visceral fat or it's starving it. It's that simple. So our first weapon in our food arsenal is a group of compounds called carotenoids. You already know these. They're the natural pigments that give plants those beautiful, vibrant colors. You know, the bright orange in a carrot or the deep red in a tomato. But they do way more than just look pretty. They're basically powerful antioxidants that talk to your genes, telling them to turn on the fat-burning machinery and quiet down the fat-storing ones.
So where do you find them? It's actually really simple. Just eat the rainbow. Seriously, things like carrots, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, spinach, they are just packed with carotenoids. And the research is clear on this. Making your plate as colorful as possible with these veggies can seriously reduce visceral fat. We're talking significant drops in as little as 8 weeks.
Okay, on to weapon number 2 from our diet plan. It's another amazing compound called catechins. Now, these are a type of antioxidant that basically rewrites the rules for how your body handles fat, especially that dangerous visceral fat. And the absolute best place to get catechins? Green tea, especially the good stuff like matcha and sencha, which are less processed. Catechins are brilliant. They work in a few ways. First, they rev up your metabolism so you just naturally burn more fat. Second, they can actually block some of the fat you eat from even being absorbed. And third, they team up with the caffeine that's already in the green tea to make the whole fat-burning process even more powerful. And get this, a key study showed that just drinking catechin-rich green tea every day led to a major drop in visceral fat in just 12 weeks. Okay, so we've dialed in the diet. Now it's time for step 2, the magical multiplier, exercise. This is where we can pour some serious fuel on the fire and really accelerate our results. Now, this is a really important distinction to understand. Think of it this way. Diet is king when it comes to just dropping your overall weight on the scale. But research shows over and over again that exercise is superior for specifically targeting and burning off visceral fat. They're a team for sure, but exercise has a special targeted job to do here.
And the best part? You don't have to live in the gym to get these results. Not even close. Let me tell you about this incredible study that shows just how powerful small, consistent bits of the right exercise can be. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so get this. The people in this study, all they did was 2 45-minute cycling sessions a week. That's it, just 90 minutes of focused effort for the entire week. That's totally doable, right?
And the results? Absolutely staggering. In just 2 months, they slashed their visceral fat by nearly half, a 48% reduction. I mean, that is a game-changing result from a time commitment that most of us can actually manage. It just goes to show you the incredible power of targeted, consistent movement.
This brings us to a really important point. It's a bit of a mindset shift, but to really succeed with this, we have to break up with the bathroom scale. We have to stop obsessing over that number.
Just remember, that number on the scale, it does not tell the whole story. It can't tell the difference between fat and muscle, and it sure as heck can't tell you what's happening with the important stuff, your visceral fat levels. And this right here is probably the most mind-blowing finding from that cycling study. Just look at this. Their visceral fat plummeted by 48%, but their total weight on the scale, it barely budged. This is so important. This is why you can't get discouraged if the scale isn't moving. They were making unbelievable progress where it mattered most, but the scale didn't show it. The real progress was happening on the inside.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. For our last section, we're gonna put all this great science into a simple, step-by-step plan you can start using, like right now.
So here it is, your weekly exercise plan, based on all the research. You're gonna shoot for 2 to 3 sessions a week for about 45 minutes or more. Now for intensity, you want it to be moderate to vigorous. A super easy way to check this, without any fancy gadgets, is the talk test. If you can still talk but you're a little breathless, that's perfect, that's moderate. If you can only manage to gasp out a few words, well, that's vigorous. And honestly, the best type of cardio is the one you'll actually stick with. Running, cycling, dancing, whatever you enjoy, just be consistent.
So when you boil it all down, it's this simple. Step 1, eat the rainbow. Make a real effort to add those colorful veggies and a cup or 2 of green tea to your day. And step 2, move with purpose. Get those 2 or 3 cardio sessions on your calendar and actually do them. Get that heart rate up. That's it. That's the whole protocol.
And you know, this might be the most important takeaway of the whole thing. A perfect workout plan that you only do once in a blue moon is useless. It will always lose to the good enough bike ride or brisk walk that you actually enjoy and do consistently, week in and week out.
Because look, knowing all this is great, but taking action is everything. So I'll leave you with this one question. Looking at this super simple 2-step plan, what's just one small thing you can commit to starting this week?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next video.